Hey folks, we are back from Ireland and some other travels you saw our New York travels. So we have reached the summer months now, and we decided we wanted to do another challenge for the year, another lifestyle shakeup, if you will, for this month. And it'll be some diet, some lifestyle, and some, for me, big activity changes.
Big activity changes for me too.
That's true, yes. Where do we start? I guess first, which will be the easiest for you all, is the diet. We're going to do a minimum, I'm going to say a minimum, I'm going to up the challenge a little bit, of a full month of strict carnivore, which for me also includes no coffee, so only water and non-caffeinated tea. So I'm gonna do the surface of that, and
I'm not giving up coffee.
We'll talk about more changes.
I
for
might
me
try
in
to
a
cut
minute.
back, maybe, but I'm not giving it up. You're not giving up kombucha either, right?
Right. I guess that. Yeah. Okay. I should be more specific. Fermented tea. No, I'll have my kombucha in the evening still.
Okay.
But non-sweet and non-caffeinated tea, like you guys saw in January, maybe from Starbucks, and water. I am also going to be giving up chewing gum, which might not sound like a big deal, but Julie will tell you sugar-free gum when I am strict on a diet is the only flavor I get, and I will chew and chew and chew like a cow in the pasture for hours on end in the evening after we finish our meal. That is naturally and artificially flavored. That comes with some sugar alcohols, and so I'm going to leave that as well. I guess for me, I started talking to Julie about this a few days ago, and I was saying to her that carnivore, again, overall, very much a baseline for us. I won't call it a diet, but a baseline lifestyle. And what comes along with that for me is trying to taper an acceptable activity level versus a standard all-American diet. Because if I have carbs in my diet, I can go for hours. And if I don't, I'm like the Energizer Bunny, and I wind down quicker as the days go on than I stay strictly carnivore. And so I was telling Julie, what would happen if I tapered the activity level but kept the diet strict, almost like throwing the whole idea on its head and doing the reverse, because I'm not really satisfied with the activity level as far as types of exercises that I'm doing right now. And so I thought, let me see what would happen if I stay strict, right? We all know diet is the most important part of a workout regimen anyway. But this is a very large shift for me. We're talking 20 plus years of being in the gym 6 and 7 days a week for anywhere from 1 to 2 hours straight up.
I don't think he missed a single workout, even in the height of quarantine 3 years ago. He did not miss. In all the years I've known, 5.5 years I've known him, there might be 10 days in that 5 years, cumulative, not straight, cumulative, that you didn't get a workout in. So
I don't want to make this video just about me, but that was the original idea. And on the flip side, Julie...
You approached me saying that you wanted to tighten up the diet and cut back the workouts. And I said, well, funny enough, I'm already kind of tight with what I'm a lot more strict with what I eat than what he eats. But I need to start working. I hate working out. I do not like working out at all. And I will not go to a gym. I just find it miserable and it brings down my
quality of life. We did that once for a few months in one summer years ago.
I don't like to work out, but I like to move and I like to be active and I like to do fun things, especially if they're outdoors. So he wanted to tighten up the diet and loosen up the working out, and I actually wanted to start working out and probably continue.
Maintain your diet, yeah.
So we decided to come up with some challenges for ourselves and give ourselves a 30-day goal, which these videos will probably be uploaded after we finish the 30 days, just in the off chance we don't make it through the 30 days. I can just scrap this whole project. But our goal is 30 days of Can you fill in what we're doing specifically?
Yeah, and also what I'll say is this is probably our least busiest month for travel as well, so I think that will help us. So filling it in, and again for me, I will say probably have bigger changes than for Julie. Julie, so for example, loves beef and salt. And
my Instagram is meat, eggs, salt, move.
Julie knows from the time she met me, even when we had standard diets, I gravitated toward white meat more than red meat. But I'm going to go, so we will both be doing beef, no condiments, so beef and salt.
That means I have to give up my Chop House butter, doesn't it?
No, not. I have to look. I don't think so. I mean, butter is of course on the ingredient list, and if there's, I don't know. That's a good question.
We'll see.
Okay, eggs. So that's the only chicken product, and bacon. That is the unprocessed, all natural bacon. Is the only pork product.
And pork rinds.
Oh yeah, that's right. And
pork rinds and turkey sausage.
Turkey sausage.
We're keeping the turkey sausage.
The other white meat. That's
Michael
right.
is going to be trying to pick up breakfast more so than he does now. So we were trying to come up with some breakfast alternatives besides just eggs every day. So turkey sausage made the cut. White breast chicken, chicken legs, chicken wings, chicken fingers, those types of things is what did not make the cut.
I will forego my usual, I'll say natural and artificially flavored as well, protein shake. I will keep the unflavored, you guys have seen this, collagen, but it will be mixed in with the water or the tea because it is unflavored, so it mixes very easily. So that will be cut out, and in its place, like Julie said, will be, I don't know, eggs and sausage. We're going to go with raw milk this time too.
If we can find it.
If we can find it,
so
which apparently in Florida there's a website that will take us to every raw milk producer where we can buy it in the state of Florida. So I'll probably do a combo of that. What else is on there?
Pickles,
another one. We're keeping pickles. For me,
like fermented foods.
No peanut butter. And I know this wasn't carnivore, but
that was the thing throughout January that you didn't give up, right?
Yeah. I have sought out and I have sourced a peanut butter that has no palm oil in it, so it's just peanuts. But again, I'm going to tighten the belt, so to speak, because I think these little things that when I first went carnivore, 2 years ago when we were still in Charlotte, allowed me to see bigger changes. I got a little bit lax, and I used those when I was in between meals. So I'm going to cut that out and see if I can do another big shift on the body and shock the body. What else? We will keep sour cream. We will not keep cream cheese because of the carrageenan in that. Is that the only other change for us? Of course, no fruit. I'm even going to give the mustard up because it is a seed. Of course, no other nuts. I'm going to try the water in glass bottles only, just because of some of the types of chemicals in the aluminum cans that are coming out, and the xenoestrogens that are in some cans. So anyway, that's the biggest shift, I think, for me as far as diet. It's more, I don't know, I guess we would call it elimination diet for me.
Kind of closing in more on the way I eat on a regular basis.
True. That's true. I'm going to be sick of it.
I know you saw our New York vlogs. Not to say that I don't go off the rails when we travel, because I do enjoy getting to experience foods that are unique to a place or where I'm at, and I don't want to miss out on opportunities like that. But on a daily basis, at home, day in, day out, that's pretty much how I eat.
It's true.
So,
it's true.
You're tightening it up a little bit.
And it's again, the protein shake. Dropping the protein shake is big, and the peanut butter. I live off of peanut butter. If it's not in my shake, it's being eaten by the tablespoon out of the jar directly. So those two things, I think those, and again, you're probably saying those are tiny. Am I going to see any changes? And I don't know. I want to try that because it has been years since I did not do those things.
What changes are you wanting to see?
I don't know. I guess to see if the ketones can raise in my blood level. I think.
Oh yeah, I do spend a lot more time in ketosis.
I don't want to get into the science and make this an hour-long video, but knocking out things like a piece of chewing gum where carbohydrate digestion begins in the mouth, there are studies that say that automatically triggers an insulin spike. I want to try it for myself and see. So it's more about, hey, how much can the carnivore diet help a person of normal height and normal weight, but works out, I'll get to that in a second, because it's going to go to moderately, how much of a change in body type. So I think I'll show a before and after photo, and you're probably going to get tired of me moaning and complaining about eating beef by about day 5, but I'm going to do it, and we're going to see what the body looks like and how I feel afterwards. Again, being 43, I have to take that into account because I know metabolism isn't as high, but I wonder if shocking the body and eliminating the small things I'm going to, if that won't allow my body to be a little more efficient and not so stressed out working out 1 to 2 hours every single day of the week. You know, I've got to take that into account with cortisol levels. And so anyway, I started running this by Julie, and Julie's like, yeah.
Let's do it. I love a challenge. I love a new... setting a new goal for myself, even if I'm miserable slogging through it, which I don't think I will be. But
no, you won't.
Even if I'm miserable slogging through it, I love proving to myself that I can do something I didn't think I could do. And if I don't make it, all these videos will get scrapped, and you'll never see them.
I think that's kind of what I guess has me excited as well, because the last thing I want to do is start gaining weight and feeling sluggish because I'm not as active. But I don't think I will be.
Your ketosis fog won't be fun.
No, it won't. So on to the workouts. I'm not allowed in a gym, in a traditional gym. No, hang on, it's okay. in a traditional gym for the month. What we are allowed to do are at least 2 different activities a day in pretty much any other form but traditional weightlifting or traditional
cardio.
Running. Right. So Julie's like, hey, if you want to take a boxing class, you want to take a CrossFit class, you want to take, I don't know, some other type of class, you want to go do a rowing type of Orange Theory workout, cool. And I'll film it, and you guys will get to see it, and I'll give you my review, if you will, on it, or how I felt about it. Or if we want to go take 2 hikes a day, or we want to go bike 15 miles to a place and bike back, or what have you, beach. We can do beach workouts, but it's not going to be a beach run. And yoga, we are going, and Julie hates yoga. She absolutely hates yoga. But I thought, hell, if she's going to make me go on a hike, I'm going to make her go to the yoga studio. So I am thinking that for me, at least, the core bulk of the monthly, at least 1 activity a day will be yoga. I think at my age, that's going to be great because I can't do those functional moves that we were talking about back when I was doing the workout reviews. But I think that will keep me limber. We're going to maintain our chiropractic care. And we're not going to worry about... Are we going to worry about 7 days a week? We didn't really talk about how many days a week, did we? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course, every day.
Okay, every day.
For me, I hate gyms. I hate sweating. I hate being sweaty. I really just hate having to work hard to move my body. And I know it's just sheer laziness, and it's not something to be proud of. I know this about myself. But if you invite me on a hike or to canoe or kayak or try out something new like paddleboard all day long, yes, I will do any of those things. I will do any type of outdoor activity that involves moving, even if I suck at it, or even if I'm not muscularly developed enough to do it. I will always enjoy those types of things. So that's kind of the challenge. Where I don't work out at all. The most workout I ever get in any given day is walking my dog, if I even walk her. As hot as it is in Florida, sometimes she doesn't get a walk. So a mile a day, maybe. And that's a very sedentary, slow pace because I let her sniff. So for me, this is going to be a drastic lifestyle change to spend. I think we had sort of ballparked about at least 30 minutes.
Yeah, we said an hour a day.
On one activity and then 30 minutes on another activity minimum. 7 days a week for 30 days. That to me is going to be huge. It's going to be exhausting.
It's so funny because
I am very curious to see. We'll probably need to take some bathing suit before and afters because I'm very.
No, I'm going to. Yeah, I would like to.
I'm very curious to see what my body is going to look like before and after. This has nothing to do for me with body image or what I look like, but I'm curious to see for the first time in my life if I start actually moving and using my body, more than just activities of daily living, to do above and beyond. It's going to be interesting. For me, this will be drastic.
For me, I hope it's not drastic, I guess is what I would say, because it is a little bit about body image, and I only mean that because, again, the last thing I want to do, and this is what I told Julie the other day, I don't want to start losing, I know I'll lose some, but severe amounts of muscle. And again, it's a curiosity. I don't know what will happen. I'm sure some of it will go away. But to Julie's point, rightly so, I do believe that having the strict diet and going off of the proper amount of fat and protein, I think that, we're not going to get into a wasting type of syndrome or anything. But for me, it is a little bit about body image. I want to see how much I can tone up, how much muscle tissue I can keep, and what is that minimum level of activity if we maximize the diet that, a typical male of 43 can maintain. So another thing that we have never done before that we're doing now is a time schedule as far as a wake and a sleep. Mm-hmm. We are talking about doing that. We're looking at probably 5:30 for wake up, and what did we say? No electronics after 9.
This is not a actually big change for us here.
No, right.
Michael has, since I've known him, gotten up between usually 4 to 5 a.m. to go to the gym, which now he is actually going to be sleeping in a little bit because I told him I wanted to get up around 6, and he wanted to get up at 5, so we have met in the middle. We're going to be getting up at 5:30, which is, for me, not that unheard of either. There are plenty of mornings I get up at 5:30, so getting up at 5:30, and then we are going to try to be laid down and lights out, phones off by 10 p.m., which that one for me is going to be tough because I have this thing where I can lay down in bed. No matter how tired I am, my brain will not stop and shut off. When I do sleep, I sleep great, and the carnivore diet has given me incredible, vivid, interesting, fun adventure dreams, but I really struggle to fall asleep. So for me, it's going to be really hard to turn the lights out by 10 p.m. And if there's days I'm just laying in bed bored, I probably will be on my phone.
It's funny you say 10. I had said 9 before you started talking.
9:30. See, we can compromise.
But the key is,
I can't. If it's not working for me, hopefully I can slide into it working for me. If it doesn't work for me up front, I will probably be on my phone a little bit.
It's later. The whole, no electronics, I guess, right? With the waking and being in the dark. So we're going to try that out. It's
not uncommon for me to watch YouTube for literally 4 hours.
Or listen.
It doesn't bother him because he's asleep and I have noise-canceling headphones, but literally I can be watching YouTube until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes. So I'm going to try to get better about that. That's my big challenge.
Fasting, we're going to do fasting morning routine workout, so we'll have breakfast after. Again, not a big deal. I don't know how Julie.
Yeah, she's not. So OMAD is off the table for this. I have turned into a breakfast eater since our Ireland trip. I off again, on again. Sometimes ate breakfast. It was kind of 50-50 for me. Ever since Ireland, I've been eating breakfast almost every day, and you never eat breakfast. So we are going to quit with the OMAD and try to do at least one of our 2 workouts on a completely empty stomach.
Yep.
So we better get working out early in the morning.
Yeah. And then the other big thing was, well, it's not big, I guess, but the beach. The beach at least once a week.
We don't go to the beach near as much as we should, considering it's 1,000 feet from our front door, literally. We moved to Florida thinking we'd be at the beach every day. It got really hot last summer.
We're at the pool almost every day. We're going to maintain that.
An hour minimum of sunshine a day, and for us, we would prefer that to be just laying in the sun. We can work out in the sun, but not count that as our sun exposure.
No, right. So being barefoot on the sand, or Julie is barefoot as much as possible, even on the pavement. I'm not so much, just because I've been using the feet right in the gym, so that could change too whenever we go to this shift.
I feel so much more alive when I've been barefoot all day.
Is that really it?
Is that everything? I think that was. There were a couple other goals that they were sort of like home improvement type goals.
Oh yeah, we're in the office right now. I'm going to redo a little bit of this.
We want to redo. We're sitting on the floor in Michael's work office, and as you can tell, it's also the Dyson, my music.
It's a big bedroom.
What do you call it? Flow over, extra music stuff that doesn't fit in the music room downstairs, which is actually the guest bedroom. We want to redo his office. Was there anything else we wanted to do?
I think that's.
That was supposed to say, I guess I used autocorrect. It says get a steamer. I meant to say get a scuba lesson.
A steamer.
A scuba lesson. We got our scuba certification a year ago, actually a year ago in July, but we have never been scuba diving since, and we want to do a refresher scuba course. So
lived in Florida for over a year, and we've not scubaed in Florida. It's amazing.
It got hot. And we went and got in the air conditioning and didn't come out until Christmas.
It did. So yeah, we've been to a couple of the dive shops here in town and talked with them. So they do offer a refresher. We're looking at possibly going to see Julie's brother and our sister-in-law
later.
Later, and so we may be doing some scuba and snorkeling with them. And so we just want a refresher so that we can live our best summer and be in the water as much as possible. And
to wrap it up, we're not making huge changes here, but we wanted to make, for Michael it's bigger than it is for me, but we wanted to make some lifestyle changes and document it as we go to see if it made us feel better, look better, improve our quality of life and our mental health. We're not really doing this because we feel like we're in a bad place right now. We're actually just doing this because we're in a good place. We're probably in a great place, and we just want to see how much greater it can get.
I want to experiment.
It's just an experience. It's a challenge and an experiment, and we love stuff like this, putting ourselves up to it. And if it turns out to be an epic fail, we may or may not actually share it.
You still have those ketone strips?
No, I tossed those. I didn't think they were working.
They weren't.
I was pretty sure they were cheap ones we bought from Amazon, but they kept saying I was not in ketosis, and I'm like, I can promise I'm in ketosis. He can smell it on me. I can taste it on myself. I have eaten literally nothing for days. I was eating under like 8 or 9 carbs a day for days and days and days and days and days and days on end. So they weren't working. We might get some new ones. I don't know. I don't really want to make any promises here, but we just wanted to show you what a challenge like this looks like for us, because the whole reason we started our YouTube channel in the first place was to share our lifestyle and our adventures and our, I don't want to say we're carnivores as a diet, because that makes it sound like it's a control thing or a restriction thing. For us, it's a lifestyle. It makes us feel good.
Yeah.
But we want to see if we can up the ante just a little bit, give ourselves a summer break challenge. I happen to be out of work right now because of an injury that I got. That's giving me kind of on again, off again back pain, and I can't go back to work yet. So why not give myself a challenge and see what I can do. If I fail, I fail. I won't beat myself up because I'm already living a pretty great life.
We're going to try to make it as fun as possible.
If it doesn't do anything for us, oh well. At least you can see that we gave it a shot.
Yeah, exactly. So we've not really decided whether or not it will be daily. That may get boring for everyone, including us. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to do daily vlogs. But if it turns out it's too repetitive, I might just do like once a week.
We're going to weigh in once a week? We didn't really talk about that.
Well, for me, it's not about weight. But if it is for you, you feel free. For me, it's just more about I'm not really moving my body, and I'm certainly not using it to its potential.
The photos are going to be the biggest. Yeah.
Can I feel better if I move more? And I think the general public would say, yeah, of course you will. So I don't feel bad. That's why I don't move. That's why I don't exercise, because I don't feel bad. I don't feel like I need to. But most people would say exercise is great for your mental and physical health. You have to exercise to feel healthy. And I feel healthy without doing it, and I hate it. So let's see how it makes me feel. Okay, so I told him he cannot have a gym membership. That's not the truth. We're gonna not go to the gym, but we can do individual classes. I've never done an individual class of any sort, except I've done yoga one time in my whole life. I've done yoga once. So we could sign up for a yoga class, or maybe we can do like a surfing class or something. Who knows? Yeah. The world is the oyster, or something like that. Oyster is...
The world is your oyster.
Yeah. That's it. Anything else?
I think that's all for now.
Gonna wrap it up.
I'm
sink or swim, success or fail. This will probably be on YouTube.
We'll see.
Either way. All right, 30 days begins tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Wish us luck. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Awesome.